So today's story time is about online relationships. Some people just call them online relationships, other people call it e-dating. Some people get clowned for doing it, some people don't. And it either goes one of two ways. It either works and the two people end up meeting in real life and having a nice happily ever after, or it completely crashes and burns and, everyone has to watch it and it's embarrassing for everybody involved. And today's story time's about one of those times, okay? Now, I have a couple friends of mine who have been in online relationships before, and usually it's no big deal. Usually they just have their little online relationship, and they go and do their little, Skype/Discord call session, whatever it may be, talk on the phone late hours of the night. I don't really care what they do. But this one friend of mine in specific, let's just call him Zach, okay? Zach had a girlfriend that he had been dating online for about 1 year, and they were like pretty happy from what I could see, and it crashed and burned really bad. And it's not just like any other breakup. This was a very bad breakup. And I had to witness all of it in person. And it was also on live stream. So yeah, it was just a fucking mess. And I thought you guys would enjoy hearing about it today in this story time. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this story time. Leave a like on the video if you guys do enjoy it. And let's jump right into today's story time. So today's story time all starts off as a normal day, okay? I was sitting in my room, working on a video, just getting some work done, and my friend Zach texts me. He's like, yo, I have really crazy news. Give me a call. So I call up my friend Zach, because it was unlike him to ask me to call him. Like, usually if someone has good news, they just text it to you. But, he was asking me to call him in specific. So I call him up, and I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, why do you need me to call you? He's like, yo, my girlfriend, the one I've been dating online for a year? I was like, yeah. He's like, bro, she's coming down to visit. Now, me and Zach were in real life friends, so her coming down to visit meant she was coming to visit our hometown where we both lived at the time, and she was going to be there staying with him. So naturally, I'm like, oh man, like that's awesome. I'm really happy for you. Like that's dope. He's like, yeah, man, I had a question actually. I was like, yeah, what's up? He goes, since you have like a big house that you're renting, can me and her stay with you instead of with my parents? Because it'd be kind of embarrassing to stay with my parents. And I was like, all right, man, why not? Right, like he's my good friend. I've known Zach for a long time. I figure like, yo, nothing could go wrong. Like she seems like a cool girl. He's a good dude. Like they'll stay in my house, whatever, no big deal. Yeah, I should have thought that through a little bit more because anything that could go wrong went wrong, all right? So fast forward 2 days later, his girlfriend flies in all the way from Chicago. She comes to New York in our hometown. We pick this girl up at the airport, and immediately after meeting her, I realized one thing. She totally catfished him. But the weirdest part about it is it wasn't like she was a bad-looking catfish. There was just things about her that wasn't true to what she was telling him. Like she told him when they met that she was 5'2", and when they met, she was probably like 5'9". And also, she said that she had black hair. And like in all the photos she took, she had black hair. But in real life, she had pink hair. If I had to compare her looks to any girl, she looked really similar to Belle Delphine. I don't know if she did it on purpose or like it was just coincidence. But she looked a lot like the average, e-girl streamer. But like I said before, she did not look bad by any means. She just looked a little bit different than what my friend and me were expecting. But my friend was actually excited about this. He was like, oh my god, like you look so much better in real life. Like your hair is pink. I didn't know that. Like your height's awesome. Like he was just like worshipping this girl basically. He was king simp mode. In this very moment, my friend was the biggest simp I'd ever seen in my entire life. But there was one thing about this that threw me off guard. If she lied about her height and she lied about her hair color, what else is she lying about, right? Like that probably means there's more to her that she's lying about to my friend and he has no idea. But I think about it a little bit more and I'm like, you know what? It's not my relationship. Who cares? Like it's between them, whatever, right? Like my friend was happy and that's all that mattered. So yeah, fast forward, we leave the airport, we go back to my house. They get situated in my guest room. We're at my house just chilling there. And I forgot to mention something. It's kind of funny. She looks like a lot of girl streamers and she's also a streamer, which kind of was funny. She made her money by streaming on Twitch. She had about 20,000 followers, so she wasn't like the biggest streamer in the world, but she made enough viewers and subs to pay for most of her expenses in life. And yeah, that's how she made her money. So after we get to my house and, they get situated in the guest room, she walks into my room and she knocks on the door, and I'm just sitting at my desk and I look up at her. I'm like, hey, what's up? She goes, hey, is it cool if I borrow your setup tonight? I was like, yeah, what for? She goes, just to stream for a couple hours. I'm like, yeah, no problem. Like, don't worry about it. So yeah, later that night, she got on my computer and started streaming at my setup. And the funny thing about this is people recognized the background in the chat. Like, people were like, yo, is that Austin's setup? And she was like, yeah, I'm staying here for like a week. I'm seeing my boyfriend. It's not Austin. I'm not dating him. I'm dating his friend. And yeah, So that was funny. But anyway, it doesn't end there, okay? So she's streaming, and she has about 30 viewers at this point, okay? She started her stream kind of later than usual, so that's probably why she didn't have her average viewer count. Usually she would have like 100 viewers or 150. But yeah, she had about 30. And her boyfriend, aka my friend Zach, walks in the room while she's streaming, and he goes, "Hey, do you want to go see a movie tonight?" And she goes, "Not right now, babe, I'm streaming." And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, like, just let me know if you want to go later." And she goes, "Okay, like, I'll let you know." And she said it with a little bit of attitude. I think she was just trying to, like, focus on her stream or something. And my friend goes, "Are you mad at me?" And she goes, No, I didn't mean to say it like that. I'm just, like, really focused right now." And he goes, "If you're mad at me, like, you can tell me, like, I can handle anything." And she goes, "Babe, I'm not mad at you, like, don't worry about it." And she kind of gets, some bass in her voice. She starts getting a little, like, heated, And then he starts kind of getting an attitude as well. And they start arguing on stream. And I'm just sitting in the background on my bed like, yo, is this really happening right now? And they start full-blown arguing, like yelling at each other on stream. And the whole chat's just like spamming emotes, laughing. And I'm like, yo, guys, like you just met in real life. Like everything was going so good. Like how did this happen? What's going on? And I try and break it up, and they won't listen to me. They just keep fighting. And before I know it, it gets even worse, okay? My friend takes it way too far and just goes, "Listen, if you're going to act like this much of a dick on day one of you hanging out with me, I don't even want you here." And she goes, "What did you just say to me?" And they start throwing shit at each other. She picks up a fucking pencil from my desk that I was using to write shit down for taxes and throws it at him. And then he takes it and throws it back. And I'm like, yo, guys, like, what are you guys doing? This isn't fucking first grade. Like, stop it. And then my friend grabs one of my pillows off my bed and throws it at her. And she dodges it. And it smacks my monitors and knocks one of them off the desk and just causes destruction. And then she picks up my fucking keyboard and throws that at him. And he ducks. And it shatters against my closet. And, like, my setup is just getting broken. And I'm like, yo, fuck this. So I grab my friend by his arm and I walk him out of my room and I slam the door shut. And I'm like, bro, you owe me a new keyboard? You owe me a new monitor if that's broken? You owe me anything you motherfuckers just broke. And he goes, dude, I didn't want it to be like this. And I'm like, what is wrong with you two? You've been together for literally like a few hours and you're yelling at each other over the fact that you guys have attitude in your voice? Like, what kind of childish shit is this? And he goes, you're right. My bad, bro. I shouldn't have done this in your home. Like, you invited us in and it was wrong. I'm like, yeah, it is. So please take your girlfriend, make up with her, and go fucking stay somewhere else. He's like, you're right, man, I got you. So he opens up my bedroom door. He walks in there. She's still pissed at him. Like, they're just giving each other a real dirty look. And he goes, all right, I'm sorry about what just happened. And she goes, I'm not. And he goes, what? She goes, yeah, I'm not sorry. Fuck you. I thought you were different. We're done. And she just dumps him on stream in front of all the viewers, like 30 people, and just dumps him, shuts her stream off, grabs her stuff, and leaves. Just storms out of my house and gets an Uber. I'm like, what the hell just happened? And she went to the airport and booked the next flight back to Chicago. Just the quickest date I've ever seen in my entire life. This girl flew across state lines to meet my friend and, hang out for a week, and they broke up in record time. And she actually got banned on Twitch for fighting with him on stream, rightfully so. But yeah, moral of this story is be careful about online relationships, honestly. Now, I know a couple people are going to be like, yo, is there a clip of it? I looked everywhere for a clip, and there was not one because she got banned. But if I ever find one, I'll let you know. But yeah, be careful about online relationships. There's nothing wrong with them for the most part. But if you're anything like my friend and that girl, it didn't work too well. So yeah, anyway, I thought the story time was insane. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on the video. I would really appreciate it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below. And subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all later. Peace. Like what's up? They leave me out for the dead, and now they know they're fucked. All my texts are unread, that's how I know she's done. My life changed in a flash.